Seth's about to drive the F100. Runs a bit rough, but here we go.
Did I put the gas in?
Yeah, a little bit of gas. Clear it up because it's loading up. Alright, then get us going. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Put the clutch in! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Kind of sounds like a tractor. All right, so we just got it. We're actually gonna winch it up because it doesn't have brakes, but it does run and drive. And to be honest, we didn't actually look at it too much. I saw that it was basically had paint and the engine started, and I was like, this thing's pretty sweet. So this is my brother's new truck. Well, new to him, it's a 1971. So we're gonna winch this baby up real quick. It's got a slant 6 in it, probably a 300. I don't even know. I actually have not even looked under the hood. But I got it just hooked up under here to that beam. I'm gonna winch it up. So here I go. So that's my brother behind me. I go, Seth, you man the wheel, I'll winch it. I go, I brought the winch in. I go, hey, wait, let's make sure it's in neutral. So it goes, where's neutral? I don't know either, man. It's a 3 on the tree. I was like, well, it's moving, so I think that means neutral. So we're gonna roll with that. If it moves, that means it's not in gear. But if it doesn't, that means it's probably in gear. So we need to look up an internet article how to drive this truck. Is the clutch in? You push the clutch in?
All the way.
All right, so we got back to my house and we're gonna unload it. It doesn't have brakes, so I didn't want to unload it right here, but my brother parked right in the way. So I don't know, I might have to move it. But I'm gonna unload it and drive it to the back. So this thing's pretty sweet. It's a 1971. So here we go. Okay, I pulled the truck through the gate. That way we have more room. Since it doesn't have brakes, we're just gonna push it off by hand instead of reversing it. And I'm actually gonna drive it all the way around the house, and then drive it around the house, and then pull it up to the front of the shop on the concrete pad. So we're just gonna push it off, and once we get it off, we'll do that. So be right back. All right, so this is the first time we're actually looking in the engine bay, and we're like, oh, we should probably check the oil and stuff. I don't even know where it's at. So, found it. Looks good. And it's full. I don't have anything to wipe it on to check it, but if it's got oil, that's good. So, and what's crazy is I told my brother when we got home, I go, you know what I just realized? This thing probably came with a battery. A lot of people might be like, yeah, it's a car. We've not bought a car that ever came with a battery before. So this is a big deal. It has a battery. But all right, we're gonna hop in, start it up, and drive it to the back shop. Hopefully not crash into my shop. So here we go. Nice, actually looks somewhat good. Okay, let's get in it. This is my first time ever driving a 3 on the tree, so clutch pedals in, all all the way towards you and then up. That should be reversed. If not, I'm gonna crash into my trailer. So I guess I'll look forward in case it goes forward, because there's a lot of room behind us. Okay, we're going back. Jesus.
We're zooming.
Yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna back us up into the front yard slowly.
Slowly, we're zooming, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
We have no brakes.
I know, that's what I'm trying. We're just putting. I'm not even adding gas. We're just, like, the truck is just...
Probably push the clutch in.
Yeah, okay. So now, I need a little bit more room. So. Dude, it runs good. Yeah, my fair lane. Okay, and then, so this is neutral, and all the way to you, and then down, that should be first gear. So... God, I hope no one's coming. Okay, we're just gonna like... My driveway to my shop is uphill, so those are our brakes. Alright, here we go. Clutch is all the way out, we're just putting. We're not gonna pick up any speed. We're driving an F100 in Florida on January like 6th or 7th. I don't know, it's a Saturday. Everyone else is shoveling snow and we're driving an F100. Alright. Here, you want to get out and grab a brick?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so today we're gonna start working on the new brakes for the truck. And I haven't touched the truck since we got it, so it's been almost 2 weeks already. There's a chicken running up on me. Where? There it is. What are you doing out here? Alright, so the truck's been sitting for 2 weeks. Crestview says it's 19 degrees with a low to a high of 44. Where's the key slot? Something. What the heck? There it is. So we're gonna see if this truck starts up. Make sure this puppy's in neutral, I think. I'll push the clutch in anyway. Alright. Won't pump it that many times. I mean, I had to crank it a bit. Probably a little too much. But after sitting 2 weeks and the sun's going down, so it's probably getting on the colder end of the day. Oh, it's dying out. It died out. I spoke too soon. Alright, well, I won't run it too much, because I'm about to open up that engine bay and work in it, so I don't want it burning me. There's the K-code block and my F100. As you can see, there's no brakes at all. Like, not even a master cylinder. There's just nothing there. And it was manual brakes. So I'm gonna go grab the kit my brother ordered and show you what he got. Here is the brake kit. My brother ordered a manual brakes to power brakes kit. It was like 190 or 180 bucks. Which honestly is not that bad. So, we should have everything that we're missing. I guess we'll open this big one first. Come on. Nice. Voila! Power booster. So that's good. This looks like it screws on with a thingamajig. What's this? Brackets to mount it. And
this should be the master cylinder itself. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So those are our main components right there. I'm gonna get reading or looking at this and then be right back. Alright, so I just looked at, it actually didn't come with instructions. I just checked, and that's okay because I do have another one of these trucks, newer one. This is a 1971 model, and to be honest, I can never remember what year mine is. I think it's a 75, but I just looked at it and saw the configuration of how the bracket was, and then I checked with this new booster, and it can only fit one way because the distance between the bolts that bolt to that booster and then the bolts that bolt to this firewall are different. So what we're looking at is it like this, where the booster's bolts will push it higher. So I'm just gonna get these not fully tight because it does allow this movement, so you can get the linkage to be fitted properly so that you won't have binding or anything like that. And I brought these new bolts because the old ones are gone, but I'm gonna put these brackets on like you can see me doing, and then I'll get the booster and line the booster up. Alright, so I installed this shaft here. This is the extension shaft that'll connect the eyelet, I don't know where it's at, the eyelet to this so that it'll actually hook to your pedal. And I took the nuts off this. So, ow! I'm just gonna install this thing. Maybe install it. Nope, I'm not. Huh? Did it not? Did it go like this? I just had it in here when I was on the phone. Yeah. Alright, despite even having a truck to model these off of, I installed them backwards. These are supposed to be facing out. That's why it didn't fit. So now I gotta swap them. So ran into more issues. I've got it mounted there, but if you look, see that gap? So then if we go inside the truck, crawl under here and look, ow, my head. I don't know if you can see it. You can't. Wow. Okay, trying to get you guys up in here. If you can see that blurry image up there, it's too high. So I need to flip those brackets around and make them point down and get that booster to point down. Oh, and we're missing the pin that's supposed to go right there. That hole right there. I think there's supposed to be a pin. I don't know what's with this brake switch with a tie. I don't know. There might be a lot more issues. So now I've got to redo for the third time everything I just did. Well, there it is. Third time's the charm. So those brackets, I had them reversed and then upside down. So that's how they go. And I can reach that to tighten it. There's a little lock nut there, so that when I get that shaft adjusted all correctly, and this should be able to go up and down yet. Yeah, to get it where I really need it. But I'm gonna try to get that linkage hooked up and figure out where the brake lines even are at, because I don't think it has any hard lines at all. So that's next. Other than getting the master cylinder, probably should paint it and bench bleed it and all that good stuff. The master cylinder and everything is installed. Everything's tightened down. It totally looks like it's leaning to the left. I don't know. Squirrels. I don't know if it's the truck, maybe, or if it's just needing adjusting. But I'm actually thrashing on this. Today's Wednesday, and Saturday is the first ever Harwick and Hot Rods. So my brother is planning on taking this truck. So I've got to get his brakes fixed because we drove it here, like you guys saw. So it runs and drives. I don't know how well, but the location we're meeting at is about 2 miles from here. Maybe, yeah, about 2 or 3 miles, I think. I don't know. I'm horrible with distance and time, but it's not far. So I'm just gonna keep on pressing on, and now I'm gonna locate. I know it has all new rubber lines, at least in the rear. And let's see, I thought that I saw, you can crawl under here for a second. Oh, this doesn't go anywhere. I didn't notice that, right? But there is a steel line here, which looks totally rusted or something. But that doesn't look new at all. The rears were new. Might be new, just corroded. But yeah, I gotta fix that. Get it snapped in its location. Find where that runs, and then I can see the other side already has a line that runs along there. And then must come up. So I'm just gonna keep working. This truck has brand new drums, like probably actually new, because they're starting to surface rust because they're so new. It's not like they were old, like they literally look like someone just ordered them out of a catalog. This truck has a whole bunch of new parts all over. The interior is brand new too. See, it's dirty now because I've been getting in and out of it. But, and it has all new weather stripping. This thing's, it's actually great. We found it at the junkyard and bought it. Someone had sold it to the guy that owns it. But I'm gonna keep searching those brake lines, find out what's missing, and then go pick those lines up. And I gotta get to church tonight on Wednesday, yeah. So I won't be out here much longer. So I gotta work quick. So I'm under here following lines and everything. There's a distribution block up there. And I'm following, just seeing what I need to replace, and look. The cab is not bolted down. None of the mounts. Where's the other one? Oh, I'm under here. Look. It might be hard to see, but there's no nut. None of the cab mounts have bolts. Look, there's no bed bolt either. Holy crap. Okay, there's one. We've got one right there. So the bed has at least one bolt. I'll have to check it. Are there any other ones? Oh, look, while we're under here. The first sign of rust. No, the truck has rust other places. Floorboard. But, yeah. There's no cab mounts. Now I've got to check other ones. Like, where are all the other mounts? So, yeah. We're just under here now. Have another problem. But, one thing is, all the lines, this is a distribution block here. Everything went into one. So, I'll flip the camera around. So it looks like every single 4 brakes, all 4 corners went into one block. So there's no separation at all. So if one brake would have leaked, your whole brake system would have failed. Yeah, that's the type of stuff. Anyway, so what I have to do is go get new lines and some other fittings and separate the rears and the fronts. So you have fronts and then rears. And the rears, everything's done, but someone didn't connect them, and I just tried to spin them. The lines look good, but they're stripped out. So I could use them, but at this point, I'm gonna tell my brother, see what he wants me to do. I don't know. Part of me says just replace and throw new brake lines on, call it good. But then another part of me is like, reuse them, use So my brother ended up helping me bleed the brakes, and the rears, I couldn't get anything out of the bleeders. So I deemed the factory rubber line. The whole truck had new lines except for this and this line here I kept, and then the line coming from the block that goes into the new rubber line I put on. But you can see fluid was at the front of the rubber line, but nothing was getting through because it's clogged. And this is very common. This has happened on almost every old car I've worked on. These just clog up. So for, I think it was 10 bucks, 10 or 12 bucks, we got yet another new brake part. So there's only two parts of the brake system that are old. Ow, my head. And that is this line here, like I said, and that line there. Everything else is brand new. So we're gonna bleed these, see if we can't get it to run, well, see if we can't get it to stop. All right, so believe it or not, when you saw us pick this truck up, it's already been 6 weeks. So we've had the truck 6 weeks, and we're gonna see if it'll fire up. All right. Wow. Right? Like we ran it yesterday. Oh, it died out. But, oh, fired right up. All right, we're gonna get back to the brakes. Here we go. All right, so we just did a test on the brakes and it looks like they're holding. So I'm gonna fire it up, back it out, and then we're gonna take it to the cruise up to the front of the house. Maybe not. Okay, so it does stop, but not great, like not great at all. So, but it at least does stop. Let's see, what do we got? We got 14.5 volts, 50 pounds of oil pressure. I don't know if that's hooked up though. Maybe I should turn around and we should actually cruise it. Here, we'll off-road it. You can't see how big of a ditch this is, but it's big. All right. Cops. Turning around now, it's on top. Is this first? Here we go, ready? We're in an F100, it can take it. Oh man, that was nothing! Alright, this truck identifies as insured and registered. So we're all good. Let's see, where's second at? Up and like that, or is that reverse? I think that's neutral.
Yeah, you're
oh, dude! Oh yeah! That's second. Okay, that's second. Oh man, this truck. We're not even wearing seatbelts, or yes, we are. So
for legal reasons, we are wearing seatbelts.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, this thing's a cruiser, man. I mean, runs great. We're idling. This is a nice vehicle. It could definitely use some better brakes, but. You know, they're probably we bled them really good. This is probably just how a vehicle with all-wheel drum brakes stops. It really just slows down. But all right, we're gonna take this puppy back home and, oh geez, park it. All right. So all right, it does run and drive and stop. I need to clean this out, vacuum it, because we've been getting in it without floor mats, and you can see this is brand new carpet. The whole interior is brand new. Seats, door panels, the headliner. I think these sun visors, they look old, but they're good. And it has a brand new rear view mirror too. Like, this thing was being worked on. And if you can tell, I don't know if I showed this, it's been 6 weeks, but the whole truck frame is painted in like Pour 15, and you can see the truck does have rust, but everything is painted. It's like someone was restoring this thing and it's like they just gave up. But all new brakes and everything. Jeez, I'm tripping under here. But it's a really nice truck and it does run and drive. But I think me and my brother decided that we are gonna sell it just because we have so many other projects. But it's tough because look how sweet this is. And we actually have a Crown Victoria frame from the burnt Vic that we could use the front end. Because I don't like the, if you ever see the Crown Vic swabs, I don't like the idea of absolutely destroying this. And my truck here has the Crown Vic front end. It also has a huge ass engine in it. But it has independent rear end and everything. But there it is. So there it is. I saw this truck when I went to the junkyard and I picked a transmission up for the sausage pony, and I saw this truck sitting there, and my brother and I bought it and it drove out of the junkyard onto the trailer. But that's it for this video of the truck. It'll probably be the last video other than if you guys see the day we sell it. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.